Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the blackberries that we collected yesterday and I'm going to turn them into a jelly. It's not a jelly jam, it's more of like a dessert, something that you'd have with custard, ice cream or just normal cream, like after dinner sort of dessert. And I'm going to show you how to make that. But all I've done here, fill the panel with the raspberries. I just picked through them to make sure that there wasn't any manky ones there. Got rid of most of the stalks and stuff like that, but I'm not too bad about them because they're all going to get filtered out. And then I've just topped it up with water, so it's just covering them. Put it on to boil. And then once it's been boiling for about 10-15 minutes and it's all gone down to a pulp, I'm going to show you what to do next, so just bear with me for a couple of minutes. Okay, this is starting to boil now. So I'm just going to add in about 100 grams of sugar here. This is just to sweeten it because some of them will be a little bit bitter. Then I'll just stir that in. Where's my spatula gone? So I'm just going to stir that in a bit. It'll probably need more a bit later on. But as you can see, it's just starting to come up to the boil now. So I'll get back to you when it's done and ready to go on to the next stage. It's been boiling now for about 15 to 20 minutes and all the berries have just obliterated the all down to a mush. So now we're getting close to the stage where we're going to filter it. But I'm going to do it in 2 stages. Hopefully that'll speed it up a bit. What I'm going to do first is get a pan out the oven, another one, a fairly big one. And the first thing I'm going to use is this sieve. I'm just going to sieve it through here, so just pour it through. You can hear it just draining out. Just move it around just a little bit, just to. I'm not trying to push it through, I'm just trying to allow all of the liquid to just run down. And that's going to take out the majority of the debris. What I'm going to use to finally filter it, so I've bought some brand new pillowcases, and these are going to be what I'm going to use because it's very fine. It's not going to let much, well, it's not going to let any bits through. Don't know if you can see. As you can expect, you can't see your hand through there. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same pan that I put them in originally. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of these into a bowl. And if you can see, that's what you're left with, just this pulp, all the seeds and everything else that was in there. So I've just washed this sieve out. I'm just going to put it on top of the pan that we're going to pour it into next. And what I'm actually going to do with this is we're going to fold it a couple of times and then just lay that in the top of the sieve, and then slowly I'm just going to pour this in there. It does take quite a while to see through. It is a gorgeous colour, this juice from the raspberries. So now I've just got the last of it in. I'm just going to leave that for about 10-15 minutes to seep right through and filter out completely. And I'll be back with you when it's filtering down through I'm going to let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 layers of fabric, which is fairly tightly woven. It will take quite a while. Didn't really need to fold it this many times, but it just means that the juice that comes out will be clear. It won't be any bit at all in it, and because of that it takes a lot longer than you would expect. And also what I ended up doing in the bowl, don't know if you can see it there, but there was juice, so I've just been tipping in the juice, and I dropped a bit of the blackberries in, so that might be why it's taking a bit longer, because there is quite a bit of debris in there now. Okay, so as you can see, it's all now, there's a little bit there, but squeeze that out. You're not going to get any bits through, not with this amount of weave. You shouldn't get any bits through anyway, so I'm just going to squeeze that last little bit out. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so to turn this now into a jelly, what you need to do is you need to get a jug. I've got one. Yeah. Okay, so you get yourself a jug that you can measure the amount of liquid you've got in, and then you just pour . So if you can see from there that it's just over a litre of liquid in there, and so the way we work out how many gelatin leaves you need, it's 4 leaves of gelatin to every pint of liquid. So there is now, say, so pints there, that's a pint and a half, so that's 6. So we're going to need about 8 leaves of gelatin. Now I've only got 7 here, but that's not a problem, because what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put this back into this pan. And I'm going to bring this to the boil. Okay, so the reason I'm not bringing this back up to the boil is that we can add more sugar to it and taste it, so that you get to the right sweetness. That way people will prefer it more than if it's a bit bitter. And that's just naturally the way raspberries are. Usually the end of the drupe what the berries are on is the sweetest, and as you go back they get a bit more bitterer. So some of them are slightly bitter, so just added more sugar in. So when you get these gelatin leaves like this, they're crispy and like plastic, and we need to soften them up, and we do that by just putting them in some cold water. Just put them in one at a time, the water gets right in between them all. And you leave them for about 10 minutes to soften up. And when they're softened up, we're then going to add them over to our blackberry. Now this mix, what we've done over here, now this blackberry sauce mix, it doesn't just have to be turned into a jelly. You can turn it into anything. You can, if you boil this right the way down and don't put as many leaves of gelatin in, you can turn it into more of a sauce, and that you can put on ice cream or on desserts. Okay, so this gelatin is now been softening up in this water for about 10 minutes, And as you can see, unlike before, it's now really gooey and soft. So this is now ready to be added to our jelly, mix to make it set. So, and I'm going to pour it all back in. Okay, so you can see it's reduced down. And then what we do, squeeze all the water out of this. And then you put it in there. Give it a mix around so that it melts completely. You want it to be completely melted. And then when it's melted, you pour it into the bowl that you're going to use to set it. And you can use ramekins, them funny shaped things like your cars and rabbits, the jelly moulds, but I'm just going to use just an average metal bowl. Okay, so now that this is all completely melted, I'm just going to have one final little taste just to make sure everything's fine. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I'm just going to pour it. Into there. Okay, so one little addition I'm going to make. I'm just going to add the juice of a lemon. I might not add all the lemon. I'll put half in, then I'll taste it, and then I'll put the other half in. Okay, that's really nice now. Just a little bit of juice here, which I'm just going to pour in. Oh, it spilled off of it. Now this juice will be the strongest juice. This will be the stuff that's come right out of the inside of the raspberry. I mean, this will be the strongest juice. This is the juice that's come right out from the inside of the blackberry. So, all you do with this now is just put it in the freezer. All you do with this now is just put it in the fridge, and after about 12 hours, it will have set into a hard jelly, like a wobbly jelly, a nice one. And then you can enjoy it with cream, ice cream, whatever you prefer, really. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video on how to make blackberry jelly. Thank you for watching my video on how to make blackberry jelly. I hope you have all enjoyed it. I'm Chris from PignutBushcraft, and thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, all those that have subscribed. And if you do comment on videos, I will read every single comment. So thanks again. I'm Chris, and I hope you see us on my next videos.